What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. This week is episode 2, the fallout of the Masters. We're gonna recap the Masters again. Uh, Go through the RBC Heritage, some other news stories in the world of golf, mainly Zalatoris being done for the season. A couple of questions that we didn't get to last week, course difficulty, as well as our tour picks for this week, and our bucket list courses for just in the world, and then the top 5 courses we want to play this year. And then if we get to it, creating a tour pro. So let's get into it.
Oh
Uh,
man, lots
Round
to
two,
talk
here we
about.
go. Um, John Rahm wins the 2023 Masters.
Huge,
Huge
huge,
at minus 12.
great for the
Um,
program.
I putt. I putt again. I putt again. I'm done. That was how his tournament started
Huh?
with the 4 putt on one.
It's like what the? I thought you were having a stroke. what, are you,
No, that's a
what are you doing?
that's a Sevi quote.
Okay,
So he's talking about
it's
that
like
after
I'm.
the first round. Insert
Uh,
clip here if I can find it. Him talking about Sebi saying he puts again and then he's done because he 4 putted.
I was so confused. I was like, what are we talking about right now?
Did you watch any of the post round conferences?
I didn't have time watching the post round conferences, unfortunately.
So that's how I know that Kepka on the final round was complaining about the slow play
hmm
because 5 hours and 20 minutes is very long for a PGA Tour player. I don't know. I've played tournament
I don't
rounds
know.
that
I don't
are
think there's how what.
like I've played tournament rounds that
Yeah,
are 5 hours 20 minutes.
I don't think it matters what level of golf you're playing at. If you're playing at that level, you should be able to you should be able to manage. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long you're out there for.
Like I understand like Rom and Kepka are kind of like they're fast players, but like again, it's the PGA Tour, it's the Masters. They want everyone to go out and play their best, and if it's taking forever because you're standing over a ball where this next shot could cost you a couple $100,000, I would take my sweet ass time too.
Oh yeah, you're taking your time.
Like, it's for thousands of dollars here. Like, why? I don't know why we're complaining. I think it's just because he is going to fuel all the live haters with him failing in the last round because he doesn't know how to play 72 holes anymore.
Cannot play 72 holes.
Someone's definitely going
Yeah.
to like bug him about having to wear pants too for this week.
Oh yeah. You know what was interesting? I don't know if I haven't heard anything about this. Maybe you can fill me in. Uh, He wasn't wearing any of his live golf team stuff.
No, he was not. He's still under Nike contract.
Okay. I
So
I hadn't looked at any further into it, but I was like, that's strange that he's like the only live guy out there that's not wearing his stuff.
yes. So he's still under his Nike contract. So that's why he was still in Nike. I believe he still wears Nike when he's on Live too, if I'm
Oh,
not mistaken.
interesting.
Um,
I'm surprised Liv's allowing that to happen like at all. I feel like they would have either bought that contract out or something.
I don't know. They paid like a couple, like I think it was like $200,000 more for Brooks than Bryson
Mm.
because they signed like a week apart.
Yeah,
And I think Brooks was waiting for Bryson's contract to be released and go from there.
just wanted it to be more.
Yeah.
That's
Not to
funny.
mention, like, what, Bryson missed the cut?
Yeah, he missed the cut.
Yeah.
A lot of live guys made the cut, which I mean, like good for them. They nothing. Anything about them playing on live doesn't mean they're bad golfers. It just means they're I don't know. But
It,
I don't know where I was going with that. You got that part out. I completely
well,
blanked.
like what you're saying is it's not like they're bad golfers. I just find, for me personally, it's hard to follow. It is definitely different, and like the team aspect. Yes, team golf is awesome, but it feels like I'm watching college golf
Yeah,
because the team aspect in college golf is very similar to the team aspect in live. It's not like where your match wins you a point, your whatever. It's here's the our top four scorers, and that's our team score. Like,
yeah, yeah. I feel like I think we said the same thing last week. If they want to push that team golf, they need to switch to match play and like ultimate shot, different aspects of that. Because right now, what they're doing is just regular golf with the sideshow.
yeah, and granted, like, um, they played well. Like they coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The
Phil
other
Mickelson
thing,
shot a 65 on Sunday. That like, how good's that?
65 is insane, especially on like a place like Augusta.
And he's 52.
Yeah,
Like that's that's so good. It's yeah.
like the one thing that I love is the first withdrawal of the tournament was Kevin Na on Thursday. He was paired up with
Yeah,
Mike Weir, and Mike Weir went out and shot one under for the day,
yeah.
and then
Kevin
missed the
Nash
cut.
shot four over and was like, "No, screw this.
Yep.
I'm out of here." That's
But
hilarious.
but it was
Yeah,
nice.
Phil.
It was nice to see
Uh,
Mike Weir playing well again.
yes, it was. It's good to see our old Canadian buddy up there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Phil, Kepka, Reed, um, and yeah, Phil, Kepka, and Reed, all live golfers, all in the top 10. 13 of 18 of them made the 13 of 18 of the live golfers made the cut. I don't know. I think it was the showing for the live golfers is going to be smudged by Brooks's choke on Sunday, but I feel like it wasn't a bad. It was a good weekend for those guys. Like they showed that they can still golf well.
Yeah, and it wasn't as bad as last year at the Open.
No.
Because at the Open, I believe majority, if I'm not mistaken, majority of the guys from Live that played in the Open didn't make the cut.
Hmm.
And yeah, so it's definitely a better showing than the last major. I will be excited to see what happens from now until the PGA.
Hmm.
Because, like, yes, the PGA Championship isn't run by the PGA Tour; it's ran by PGA of America. But whether or not, like, the whole point system and who comes up and who comes down, because Akshay Bhatia is going to be coming out hot after this week when he places a top 10. Um,
Oh, is that prelude to your pick later on in the episode here?
if Akshay's in the field, I'm picking him, just so you know.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so, like, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more younger guys who are, like, just recently got their card from Corn Ferry, and they're going to be
Hmm.
pushing up in those, like, into that top 100, the top 50, like, pushing. I would say that I would expect at least some of them to be in the PGA, if not the U.S. Open as well, whether or not
Hmm.
they qualify or they get exempted in. So I would want to. I'm curious to see which live guys fall off in the world rankings between now and the PGA or the U.S. Open down the line.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. All right. RBC Heritage.
RBC Heritage.
RBC Heritage. I'm looking forward to this weekend because it's the weekend after the Masters, so guys are still going to be they're still going to be at the top of the game because they're kind of trying to peak right here, but everyone's going to be a bit more relaxed, having fun out on the course. It's going to be kind of a good follow up. It's a designated event, so all the heavy hitters are going to be out there. Your guy Akshay is going to be out there. let's see. See if I
Rory
can find a
withdrew.
list of Roy withdrew, which we can talk about this later. We can talk about it now. Do you think that's going to affect his PIP money? Because through the rule of the designated event, you're only allowed to withdraw from one designated event, and as soon as you withdraw from more than one, you may not be entitled to your full amount of PIP money. So
Yeah, but I also think that they should restructure the PIP because like Tiger Woods could make one post in the entire year and he draws more attention to golf than everyone else.
that's very true. That's very
So
true.
like they should redo the PIP. Is probably going to affect his yes because it's in the ruling, unless of
Mm-hmm.
a circumstance where this is like a season-ending injury or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it would be interesting to find out once they decide on that. They The next thing I want to point out in this field is Wesley Bryan
Wesley
um,
Bryan from Brian Bros Golf.
from Bryan Bros Golf. Yes, he's in the field. He's a past champion. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he's going to win, but he's in the field,
No.
which would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
To
we got obviously John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler in the field,
Sean
Patrick
Rahm is #1
Cantlay.
in the world now too.
He is. I don't think he's going to win this weekend though. Everyone's wanting to go back to back with the jackets, but he's this is his second time playing this course, and this course kind of favors knowledge
Yes.
from what I've been reading, and he doesn't know the course, so I don't think he's going to do all that well. We got Cantley and Spieth are back in. Spieth won last year, obviously. Two, he defeated Cantley in a playoff, which was I remember watching that. Me and my family were gathered on TV watching. I had money on Spieth to win last year, and the whole house was just electric, going nuts because obviously on their approach, both of them put it in that bunker short of the green, and then Spieth nearly chipped his in. He put it to 7 inches, and we were just going nuts, like absolutely bonkers, because we're all big Spieth fans in my house.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that Spieth has hold out from a bunker and
No,
won.
no, not at all. I think
Um,
it wasn't that his first win. He held out from a bunker at John Deere.
yes, I believe so. He's done it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing,
So good.
Do you know who won the first RBC Heritage?
I don't know who won the first RBC Heritage.
Arnold Palmer won the first RBC Heritage.
Oh, Palmer, that's a good one.
Yeah, Nicholas has
I didn't know
won.
that.
Nicholas has won this tournament twice, and there's only
Mm-hmm.
been one back-to-back winner in history.
It was about to be two. It's about to be two.
Um, so it's like you said, and I mentioned to you before. Akshay Bhatia is in the field. We
He
got a
is.
I got a lefty to watch.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I can't wait for that kid to start winning majors, and then when everyone was like asking me who this kid is that I've been like cheering and rooting for back when he
Yeah.
wasn't even on the Corn Ferry yet,
You're
I'd be
like
like,
a Leafs fan
that's
of
that kid.
golf.
No, because the Leafs fan, like they've been cheering for a bad team the entire time. I've been just cheering for this kid when as he's grown up. So it'd be um, like someone that was a fan of Connor McDavid before Connor McDavid got drafted, and then now he's in Edmonton. Now he's cheering for Edmonton.
That's fair. That's fair. Just got to make sure you don't look like a bandwagon.
Oh, I've been like
It's
reposting his stuff since he was like got popular on social media. I'm good.
it's good that it's on record right now because
Yeah, because when he wins the Masters in like 4 years, come back to this video. I'm not a bandwagon.
we'll, we'll put the clip in if we're still making these things in 4 years from now when Akshay wins the Masters.
Yep.
We'll put this clip in.
Yep.
Dylan said it here first.
Um, on other notes in the golf world, Zalatoris is done for the season.
Yeah, back surgery.
Yep. He chose to take the surgery because he said living in pain hurts, basically.
Yeah, no shit.
The
Yeah, out for the season. I'm disappointed by that. I was looking forward to his season this year. He was. I always love watching him golf. He's fun to watch. But hopefully he gets better soon and see him back next season.
Yeah, him and Sam Bennett from Sam Bennett are very lanky guys with ridiculous rotation. So
Yeah.
Sam Bennett, if you're paying attention, get that doctor's phone number just in case.
Yeah, Sam Bennett. We didn't even talk about Sam Bennett. We were talking about the Masters. What a weekend for the 23-year-old.
And he missed out on a ton of money.
Crazy amounts of money. That sucks.
Like,
But I mean, he probably made it up in like sponsorships and social media stuff. But like,
oh
still,
yeah, in one of his post round interviews, he literally said that the uh, NIA deals have been good this year. So
yes, I could imagine they'd be pretty solid.
so now they're going to be even more solid.
Even better. Yeah. Just what a weekend. Like it was. I was watching the post round interview um, in Butler Cabin um, when they had the low amateur previous winner and then this year's winner. So it was Sam Bennett, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, and they're talking about Sam Bennett and how he was set to go play a 36 hole carry your own bag tournament on the Monday. And Scotty Scheffler and Rahm just started laughing. They just couldn't believe that this kid just played the weekend of the Masters and he was going to go play 36 holes in one day. He ended up withdrawing from that just because like no one's going to fault him for doing that. He's had the craziest weekend of his life. But just the prospect of having to getting to play at the Masters and then having to go back carrying your own bag was just hilarious to those guys.
Yeah, and what he's got NCAA's coming up too and stuff like that. So he's got
Mm-hmm.
some more golf to play. He'll be there at the U.S. Open this year as well. So be excited to see what he
Mm-hmm.
can do and see if he can actually maybe win the U.S. Open this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna win it, but I'd like to see him back out in the field for a major. See if he can go low again. That'd be really cool. It'd be cool for himself just to prove to himself that it wasn't just a fluke. It'd be cool to prove to the golf world that this game's not an old game. It's for the young guys now.
Yeah, and how he said was when they're asking him about pressure and stuff like that, he was like, "I know my game's good enough to be here, and we're just gonna see what happens." And
Yeah.
so that's why if he feels like that going into the U.S. Open, he's got a real chance to shoot some low numbers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's been only 5 players who've played under par here at the U.S. Open. I can't remember which course is that. I was just literally watching a video of Ben Hannon, right? Played
Mm-hmm.
on PGA Tour Canada last year. He did a video at the golf course where the U.S. Open will be, and he said there's only been 5 that have been under par for the tournament. And when Tiger won their last, he shot 3 under the first day, and then went even the rest of the tournament and won. So
Wow, that's a tough
one,
course.
2, 3 under may win this U.S. Open this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'll be so fun to watch.
Well, at Wingfoot,
Yeah, back to
when Bryson won at Wingfoot, he was the only one under par.
yeah. That was when that was around the first time where he started coming out, just bombing it down fairway. It doesn't matter if he was in the rough or not. He always had a wedge in every green.
Yeah, didn't he go driver wedge on a par 5?
Yeah, yeah. It was just like he just didn't care where he ended up as long as he could hit a wedge, he was fine, and he would even if he hit a bad chip, he's still out up and down for par.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the whole rollback discussion stems from. Was guys like Bryson get huge, cranking the ball down the fairway, and then win it.
Yeah. And look what has it done for him now.
Not much good. He missed the cut at the Masters, and he can barely keep up with that life. I don't know why anybody would want to do that to themselves. If you watch like his vlogs and stuff, like looks like it just sucks. It doesn't look fun at all to me.
Yeah, like he's like such a scientist, so I think he likes it because he's being all scientific and all this stuff. But like to the point where you're putting your body through something or turning it into more of a machine than a like golf swing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, and so yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm really pumped for the RBC Heritage. Going to be a good time. Going to be a good, relaxed, fun weekend with a lot of big names. Gonna be fun.
And Justin Thomas is your 2023 RBC Heritage winner.
You're picking Justin Thomas?
No, I'm not. But I'm just bugging you because you want Spieth to win.
Speed. It's not. I don't want speed. It's going to be speed. It's just we gotta wait a couple days.
My my picks. There's one American in it, and his name is not Justin Thomas. Just letting you know.
Okay. All right. All right. Shall we keep trucking this thing along?
Yes, we shall. So, um, do we want to do picks first or the course difficulty?
We do picks. I think we should save course difficulty for one of the last things. I
Okay.
don't know if I want to get to it or not today. I was thinking about it. I don't really like the question.
Okay.
Was it dumb? I think I put that in there.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. All
So
right. Picks.
picks from last week. So we're gonna go through it. First, my dark horse was Tony Finau. He shot level par for the tournament, made the cut. Go me. You
Good pick.
picked
That's a good pick.
Cam Young, -6 for the tournament. So you're already ahead by 6 shots.
6 shots ahead.
Yes. Soon you'll be uh, 11 shots ahead because my top
Yes.
10 player was Rory McIlroy
Ooh,
and
bad pick.
+5.
Yeah, that's a bad pick. That was a good pick at the time. It's a bad pick now.
Yeah. And now your boy Max Homa +6.
Oh.
So it's +5 to even par.
All right.
Okay. So our random pick, you have Sahith Tagala with
Yeah. I know
-5.
he finished well.
So you finished the week at -5.
Finished week at -5. That's not a bad score.
And my last pick was Tom Kim at 2 under par.
I don't know.
So I finished at +3.
Oh. All right. Well, week 1, Masters week. Big dub. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't hear Tom Kim's name all weekend, and I don't think I heard Tony Finau's name all weekend. They were kind of out of the. They were like not doing poorly, so the news wasn't covering. Not the news. The coverage wasn't covering their collapse, but they weren't doing fantastic, so they weren't showing the good shots. I completely forgot about them.
Yeah, they
Until just now.
were they were true dark horses this week.
Yeah, they definitely were.
So
All right.
we ready?
I think I'm ready. I have a couple of my. Obviously, I know one of my picks for sure, but I gotta take a minute to. You go first. I'll pick as you're picking.
So I'm guessing you're picking Spieth.
Spieth to win.
Okay.
Spieth's my guy.
Spieth is
He's not even in the
Spieth
top
your
10.
top 10 guy, or is he your dark horse because he's not inside the top 10?
I don't know. He's not in the top 10. Do we count him? Like, I feel like it'd be unfair to not count him as my top 10 because he won last year. He's doing so good. Had a good finish at the Masters. Like he's yes, he's not in the top 10, but he's a big name. So I don't know. It's kind of up to our discretion. Do I get another big name pick?
I don't know. Do you want another big name pick? You're already up a few shots on me for the year.
I'm gonna take Jordan's. I'm taking Jordan Spieth to win, and since he's not in the top 10, I'm gonna invoke the not top 10 rule.
Okay. So he's gonna be your like dark horse then, I'm guessing, because he's not a random pick.
He's gonna be because I think dark horses should be people that are like outside of the top 50.
Okay, so then he's your random pick.
He's my random guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's your random?
My random is Shane Lowry.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah, he played well at the Masters.
he
Um,
did. I mean, pull up his stats real quick. Did he has he played in this tournament before? I'm
I
assuming
have
he
no
has.
clue. I didn't look that far in
Oh,
advance. I just know he'll
just a
play.
feeling, huh?
He played well last week. I feel like he can keep it going. As long as he's like under par for the weekend, we're good.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
He went 68, 72, 73, 73 at the Masters. He finished T16, 2 under total, 13 birdies, 49 pars, 9 bogeys, 1 double bogey. Yeah, I'd say that's a solid pick.
yep. So Shane Lowry is my random pick.
Shane Lowry is your random pick. All right. You want to go top tens or dark horses?
Dark horse.
Dark horse. I gotta take a look.
Mine is
Take a
Akshay
look for a
Bhatia.
second. Yeah, I could have guessed.
He
You
has
ramble on about Akshay Bhatia while I look at the field real quick.
so Akshay hasn't missed a cut in a PGA Tour event he's played in.
hmm
He his last time on the PGA Tour, he was a solo third, which got him his tour card. He was one spot out of the money, or one spot lower on the money leaderboard last year to miss his card.
hmm
So this kid is hot. This kid is rolling, and this kid is gonna have an amazing year on tour as a rookie. And like I said, he's gonna win the Masters in 4 years.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Like I like the stats. My dark horse, my outside top 50 guy. You know him, you love him, you've seen him on Netflix. Joel Dahman.
Joel Damon.
Damon Dahman. I don't know. Doesn't matter how you pronounce his name. He's the funniest guy on tour.
Have you heard the
He's
story about him shooting like 9 under with 10 birdies after being like hammered?
yeah. He thought he was out. He got started hammering the white claws in between rounds, and he was like, "Oh, I'm still in." He had to
Yeah,
play another round,
yeah.
a couple white claws deep.
No, that was the U.S. Open. No, like he played on the Corn Ferry Tour. He thought he missed the cut. He had an like the first tee time off the next day. He was still drunk walking to the first tee. Apparently, he's got a video of him walking to the first tee drunk. Shoots 10 under par with nine under par with 10 birdies, and then he was top five going into Sunday.
I did not hear that story. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
I'll send you the link for it later.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. No, that's really sick. That makes me want to pick him even more. I'm looking at his career stats: 163 events played, one PGA Tour win, 113 out of 163 cuts made. That's a pretty good ratio. He's got two runner-ups, 20 top 10 finishes. I don't know, man. I saw his name and it was just kind of gleaming out to me. Pick me, pick me.
Okay, so
Oh
now
yeah,
we're on to top 10.
top 10. Take a look. I don't know. Do you want to pick him, or who do you want to pick here?
I'm going Matt Fitzpatrick.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna go with Matt Fitzpatrick. Is he in the top 10? Are
He is. Unless he
you
fell
sure?
out.
I'm looking at the OWGR right now. Matt Fitzpatrick is not in the top
He's
10.
not in the top 10? Sweet. I'm not taking
He's
a top 10 guy.
16. He fell down.
He was in the top 10 like recent, so recently from
Yeah. All right.
he finished -4 T10 for the Masters.
Yeah, he had a good weekend. He had a guy's got busted teeth though. I know he had braces a while ago.
He still does.
He still has those braces. He needs to get those things fixed.
Did you
I guess he is getting it fixed.
see his girlfriend?
I have not.
Oh, his
Hold
girlfriend
on.
is a Southern Belle.
No way. What?
Yep.
Matt Fitzpatrick. You dog.
I just sent you a video of on Instagram. It's gonna be of them interviewing her.
She is. I'll mute myself so it doesn't like backfeed or anything. She,
Open is going really well.
she is gorgeous.
She's got
Good
the
for
drawl too.
you, Fitzy.
That's another reason why I picked him this week, was because I saw that.
Oh, he's got a hot girlfriend. Done. He's winning. He's already won.
Yeah, he already did.
Man,
Like-
she's very pretty. That's a lucky guy.
Like I would pick DJ to win just because of Paulina Gretzky.
But DJ, yeah, that's true. For non-girlfriend related reasons, this weekend I'm picking Patrick Cantley.
Patrick Cantley.
He's my top 10 pick. He's fourth in the world right now. He obviously, we talked about earlier, he lost in a playoff to Spieth last year. He's got some really good finishes in his past couple of years at the RBC Heritage. Let's see if I can look at this. Cantley has 4 top 10s in 5 appearances at Harbour Town, including 3 top 3s, and he finished T14 last week's Masters. So I don't know. I feel like he's playing some good golf. He knows the course. He almost won it last year. He lost to the greatest golfer ever, Jordan Spieth. I think he's bound to go low. Have a good weekend. Let's see what real quick what Patrick Cantley's girlfriend looks like. Now I'm curious what all the golfers significant others look like. She is also very pretty. She looks. I don't know if there's a picture of them two after he won. It looks like the BMW. She looks like really young. What is this picture? Oh my god! I gotta send this to you.
I love how this turned into the hot or not of professional golfers' girlfriends.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a segment we can do, but it's a segment I would love to do. Look at the picture I just sent you on Instagram. Yeah, Patrick Cantley's got a cute girlfriend. He's gonna. You see it? That's crazy. You got to put that picture on the screen. Right
Patrick
now.
Cantley, you dog.
You dog.
Okay, so now we got our picks set. Hopefully, I have a better week and I can catch up on the yearly standings and potentially win week 2.
What's in it for the winner of at the end of the season?
I have no clue yet.
We'll figure something out.
We'll figure
get
something out.
going.
It might be like if I win the lottery to the Masters, you might get a Masters ticket.
Perfect. And if I win, you might get. If I win the lottery and you win, you might get a Masters.
Exactly.
We're going to the Masters either way.
Yeah, of course. So, top 5 golf courses, like dream golf courses.
Oh, I have them already. I think about them almost every day.
Okay, so we're gonna start at number 5. I have a or in it because one's a public course that I can guarantee like one day I can play on. The other one's a private course, and I would need to fandangle some strings to be able to play on it.
Mm-hmm.
So at number 5, it's Seminole, which is in Florida.
Yep.
It's the top-rated golf course in Florida, or TPC Sawgrass.
Oh, I think. Oh, that's really tough. Those are two. That's a good 5. That's a strong 5.
It's a strong 5. Like, I would love to play Seminole, but I know it's going to be very unlikely. So that's why I have TPC Sawgrass there as like an or.
Yeah, just the or.
What's your number 5?
My number 5, Cabot Cliffs.
Cabot Cliffs. Cabot. So Cabot is like in the top 10, but it's not top 5 for me.
I'm going to Nova Scotia at the end of May. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get on it because I didn't think about it, but I want to see if I can at least swing by it and pick up a hoodie from the pro shop or something. Just because it's just so. Look at that picture right now. I'm almost drooling all over my computer. It's so beautiful.
It's the Canadian Pebble Beach.
Yeah, which also happens to make my list.
It makes my list too, and it's in a peculiar spot.
Okay, all
Okay.
right. Well,
So
let's keep
number
moving.
four.
What's your number four?
Number four. Pinehurst, number two.
Okay.
Hosting the U.S. Open not this year, next year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, might try to play in the North South next year. Don't know.
That'd be nice.
I would have to get in, and that's invitational or invite only, but you have to apply to be invited.
Interesting.
But yeah, so Pinehurst number two.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful course. I've watched a lot of videos on that course.
I want to play from the
Just
U.S. Open tees just cause to see how well I can
yeah.
get the ball around.
And if you got a birdie, you got to go to
If you get
birdie
a
on a par
two,
three.
if you get a two on number two, you get a
Yeah,
like
that's
little
what it was. Right.
little
I
thing.
couldn't remember what little ball marker thing that
Yeah.
says I 2-1-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool course. I'm sticking with a theme here. I guess I kind of figured out what kind of courses I like to play. My number four is gonna be Bandon Dunes.
Ooh, Bandon's a good one. Bandon's in my top 10
Bandon,
too.
Bandon's. I don't know. I like the oceanside cliffs, undulating. Kind of looks like it was just carved out of the earth, and someone just slapped grass down. Like that's all they did to it.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to get backlashes at number three.
Okay, let's hear it.
Augusta National.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty controversial number three.
Yeah. My theory is one, my favorite major championship is the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. My second
Mm-hmm.
favorite major is the Open at St. Andrews, and then the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
personally, from me playing Tiger Woods when I was little, you press A to start, you press A again, and that gave you Pebble Beach, and you went up one on the stick and press A, and you're playing as Mike Weir. That's why I like Pebble Beach so much, and Augusta not as much.
interesting. All right, yeah. So it's got a little bit of like a nostalgia factor, back in the day sort of thing. I like that. That's a good pick. You know, sometimes courses aren't some these lists of like which course would you rather play doesn't have anything to do with how nice the course is. It's just how much the course means to you.
Yeah, so like Augusta National being at three fits in perfect with exactly what I said, and I also mentioned my one and two in that sentence. So
Yeah. All right. My number three, I'm gonna have to go with Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach, okay, so that's lower than on my list, but again, like
It fits my theme.
fits your
It's
theme.
they play that AT&T Pro Am there. It's in one of my favorite places, California. Uh, it's just so beautiful.
The
Get
best
all the weather,
stretch of
the
holes, 7,
views.
8, 9.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just and it's one of those courses like anybody can play. I think all the courses I've said anybody can play.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just it takes about 3 years to get on to Pebble Beach.
That's another reason why Augusta National is so low compared to everything else is because it's private. And it's the same reason why I kind of push like Seminole kind of gets pushed out of my top five
Yeah,
kind of is because they're both like private courses. But
I agree that like the degree of unattainability is kind of a turnoff for some of those like way up there courses.
yeah. So number two,
Mm-hmm.
St. Andrews Old Course,
Yep,
the home of golf.
home of golf. You can't have a top five courses without having St. Andrews.
Yeah. Unless you ask Ryan Robillard, then it's Augusta, 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 Augusta for his top five.
Oh,
But
interesting. I didn't really have that many Augustas.
I know I didn't know that either. But St. Andrews is my number two.
All right, yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's a solid number two. Uh, it's it's a beautiful course in of itself, but the history that you just nothing can beat the history that's there.
Oh, with my life revolving around golf, going to
Yeah,
St. Andrews would be like just normal life for me. Like St. Andrews is all golf, and
yeah.
I wake up, I work for a golf company, I go to the golf course, I come home, I do a podcast about golf. My life is
It's
golf.
it's just your pilgrimage to your homeland.
Exactly.
All right, my number. What are we on two?
Yes, number 2.
My number two is gonna be. Ooh, my number two is gonna be Augusta.
Augusta. Okay. So again, very controversial because it's not number
Controversial.
1.
It's not
And
number one. The For a couple reasons. One, the attainability um, throws me off a little bit.
yeah.
Two, it's not the type of golf course that I traditionally like to play. Like if I got to play anywhere I wanted in the world, I don't like a lot of trees. I like the open, vast expanse. You can see almost every hole from every tee box. Um, but one of the big things about it for me is it's beautiful. Like it's just
It's
everything's so
picturesque.
pure. It's pristine, and then the history that's there is also like huge for me.
Yes.
So
So you're a links guy, aren't you?
I am a links guy mainly because it's almost you can spray your ball and find it a lot easier.
Yes. I like links courses too. Considering the fact the only 2 courses I've played this year so far has been Kingsville, and then I've played at Ambassador. So my first choice
Mhm.
to, like, other than the course I'm a member at, was a links course.
Yeah,
Played Tarandawa last year, which is a links course just past
yeah,
London. Beautiful.
yeah. I've heard about that.
That it gets burnt out. It's almost like playing at St. Andrews. Like they burn it out. It's firm and fast, and
Yeah,
it's
I've heard good things about that course. I've heard the name of that course a couple times in conversations like these.
yeah. Like I didn't like the greens there because they were rolling almost too fast. Like they wouldn't keep
Mm-hmm.
the
25
line.
stimp.
It was they were probably rolling like a 15. Like that's how dry it
That's
was.
ice. That's
It was
ice.
it was fast, just almost as fast as like Augusta probably.
Yeah,
It just wouldn't hold its line, which was
yeah.
unfortunate. And then now on to my number 1 selection.
Numero uno.
You can probably guess what it is because I already mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Pebble Beach Golf Links.
Double Beach.
The best par 3 in all of golf. It's number 7.
The whole seven. You can't. It is literally my. That's not there right now because my phone's on sleep mode.
It's a
Hole
50,
seven, Pebble Beach
it's a 50-degree wedge.
is literally my lock screen.
That's sick. I have it. I have like a rotating lock screen with golf, and all of my courses on my top 5 list are on there.
Yeah,
But hole 7 is either a 50-degree wedge or a 7-iron, depending on the
yeah.
wind.
It's crazy.
Like it's like a what is like 130 yards downhill, plays like 100
Mhm.
yards, but if you're into wind there, you're you're screwed because it's right on the ocean.
I've seen videos of people hitting driver off that tee box.
Oh yeah, like it's
Crazy. Shout
it
out Frankie Borelli, who's never been able to get a ball off the tee box.
it
Guy talks
it's
about it all the time. He just dribbles them off every time. He can't hit the ball on that tee box.
it is the best par 3 in all of golf. Arguably in the best stretch of holes, like 7, 8, 9, right along the water
Yep.
there. 18 is a beautiful, like finishing hole. Like, I mean, like you got like
Yeah, you just
1, 2, like 3 as you're coming out towards the water is like, eh. But for me, it's the fact that I played it a lot on the video game growing up,
mhm.
and just like me wanting to record YouTube videos and like taking photos and posting stuff on my Instagram. The 7th hole video would be worth all of its weight in that 30-second clip of me hitting the golf ball onto the green that my $600 round was cost.
100%. Even
Like,
just being there, just setting foot there. Like there's again, there. I'm sure you can tell I love golf history. The history that's there, the stories and stuff. Tiger standing on 18 hits a ball out of bounds, goes to another ball, goes to get another ball from his caddy. His caddy looks, there's one ball left. And it's like, you run out of balls in the tournament, you're DQ'd, right? And Tiger goes for the exact same tee shot, does not play it safe. He didn't tell Tiger he doesn't have any balls left. And it's like, just the story, crazy stories that come out of there is insane.
Well, you're not DQ'd if you run out of balls. You're DQ'd if you use someone else's ball. You have to use the same golf
Oh,
ball.
yeah. So what happens if you run out of balls?
You yell at the guy in the tour truck, and he brings you out another dozen, and then everyone makes fun of you because you're a PGA Tour pro and you
Oh,
have a brand new dozen of balls coming to you.
I remember hearing someone that you got your DQ. So that story's not as dramatic, but it's still pretty funny.
Yeah, because
Um,
because at the PGA level, you can only use the same like one specific golf ball. So if you use a Pro V1X, you can't use a Pro V1 or a Pro V1X left dash. It has to be a Pro V1X.
yeah.
Okay, so now you're number one.
My number one is going to be St. Andrews.
St. Andrews. Okay,
Gotta be.
I'm okay with that being number one.
Gotta be St. Andrews.
St. Andrews, the old course, history. It's on my list.
Silicon Bridge.
Oh yeah, my
Everything that the road hole 17.
there's a golf course in Windsor, or not in Windsor, in Ontario, where you can be able to experience some
Yeah.
of the holes that
I've
I was
heard of
speaking
it.
about.
I've heard it's like a semi replica
Yeah,
of
and
St.
if we
Andrews.
want to jump into it right now, we can talk about the top 5 golf courses you want to play this summer.
Yeah, I'm in.
So I'm at number 5, and it's the Pulpit Club. That's where the
Pulpit
Canadian,
Club.
yeah, it's where the Canadian Am is, and if I get to play it, that means I'm in the Canadian Am, and that's why I want to play it.
That makes sense. I honestly I don't have a list of I don't have a list of courses in the area that I want to play yet. I haven't thought about it like locally as much. I just know places that I want to go.
Okay, where's places you want to go?
I want to play some golf in Michigan.
So you want to play some Michigan golf? So
Play some golf
like
in Michigan.
northern Michigan, where it's like hilly and
Yeah, I want to play. I like. Let's see what courses I can find in Michigan right now that kind of. What I want to talk about. You keep going with your list, and I'm just gonna do some research.
okay, you do some research. Number 4, I have the Nest at Friday Harbor. That's another link
I've
style
heard that
course.
one.
It's in northern Ontario, kind of towards not really Muskoka, but it's also not really near like Blue Mountain area. It's like out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is the course that you would love to play. It's Wooden Sticks. Um, I think so. From what it reads, is 13 out of the 18 holes is replica holes. So you got Amen Corner. So you got 12 and 13 at Augusta.
That's
You have 1, 17, and 18 from St. Andrews. You have 17 from Sawgrass. You have where's there's a few. Hold on, let me look it all up.
okay. Yeah, so I'm looking at. I know the loop in Michigan, Forest Dunes. It'd be nice. It'd be really cool to get out and play that. Have you heard of that course? Of course, that can be played forwards and backwards.
Hi, Kat. You're making an appearance again in the podcast.
Yeah. So the course can be played forwards and backwards. It's in Michigan. Um, it's called Forest Dunes. That'd be a really cool one to play. I've seen a couple videos of people playing that there. I want to play. I just want to play golf outside of the county that we live in because I've only ever golfed locally. So I just want to expand my horizons a little bit.
Okay, so 12 and 13 at Augusta National. Amen Corner. Uh, that's their third and fourth hole, so like you get thrown into it ASAP, and they have a scoreboard there. On the scoreboard, it has the previous champion of the Masters in the same score, so you'll see like Rom's name at 12 under par on the course.
That's really cool. That's really
The
cool.
11th hole is the famous postage stamp par three at Troon,
Yeah,
and there's also a B side to that tee box, so you could come one day and it'd be the postage stamp at Troon, or it could be the rabbit at Troon, which is a different tee box. So they have two different tee boxes for that, so you can get two holes from Troon Golf Club. Like I said, so 10, 15, and 18 are inspired by the St. Andrews. So the Swilken Bridge is on there. They have the road hole, and they also have. Um, then they have 10, which is like number one at St. Andrews. So it's a big wide open fairway between 10 and 18. Same setup as that.
that's cool.
Um, and then, like I said, you got 17 at Sawgrass. And number one is from Oakmont Country Club, which is in Pennsylvania, which has hosted U.S. Opens. So all of these holes are pretty much replica holes except like four, if my
That'd
math
be
is
really
correct.
cool.
So that is a golf course that I want to play just so I can take pictures on the Swilken Bridge there and then compare it to when I actually get
100%.
to go there.
We should make we should make a trip out of it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm. Trust me, I've been trying to go for the last 3 years, and I've been trying to find groups to go. Um, my number two on my list to play this year is Cobble Beach. I'm playing a tournament at Cobble Beach this year.
Hmm.
It's another like Canadian Pebble Beach. It's a links course right on the coast of like Lake Michigan. Um,
Yeah,
so it's another beautiful like link style golf course that everyone kind of will enjoy.
yeah. That looks. I'm looking at pictures of it right now. It looks fucking gorgeous
Yes.
on the water there. Yeah, it looks really nice.
And then my last course to play this year, which is, in my opinion, the Augusta of Canada.
Hmm.
It's Cherry Hill Golf and Country Club.
Yeah, you mentioned that the first time I texted you. You mentioned Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill. You turn left off of like a kind of like just a 2-lane highway in the middle of nowhere. Cherry trees line the street. In the early spring, they're blossoming with the pink flower. You come up, there's the pro shop and the clubhouse on the left. You got the driving range on the right. The club pro comes and meets you. He's in a suit jacket with the logo on the chest. It is literally, in my opinion, almost like going to Augusta.
That's pretty cool.
It is one of the best Canadian golf architects of this generation right now, who's currently working on redesigns for TPC Toronto. He says that the best greens in all of Canada are at Cherry Hill.
Wow, that's some pretty high praise.
Yes, I would love to be a member there, but it's ridiculously expensive, and
I
it's
can
also like
imagine looking at these pictures. It's
it's like
crazy.
4 hours away.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
That place looks. I watched that video you sent to me of that course, like the flyovers and stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Everything
looks
slopes to Buffalo.
pure, pure.
I shot like a 94 there last year. The greens were insane.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. The winner shot 82.
Wow,
That's how tough it
that's
was.
really tough.
Yeah. Like 94 I should be like way in dead last. No, like I was only 10 shots back.
Wow, that's a tough course. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at it right now. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I think we need to stop it here. It
I think
is
so.
9:30, and you said
Yeah.
um, your limit was 9:30. So this is going to
I
be
got it.
a little shorter episode today.
Yeah, but we'll have a lot prepared for next week.
Yes. So this weekend, I'm going to make sure I do more research so we can go more in depth because I kind of
Yeah, yeah, me too. I also did only research like a half hour before this
yeah
episode started.
I was on the golf course a half an hour before this. So like
Yeah,
so I'll have 3 days off of golf so I can sit down and write stuff. Actually, I'm going to have 4 days
nice.
off because I'm not golfing tomorrow and I won't be golfing probably until Monday.
You're not playing at all this weekend?
No, I'm going to Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
working in
playing.
Toronto I'm reffing hockey.
Nice. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so
I'm playing Bellevue on Friday. That's all the golf that I have planned. Might try and squeeze 9 in on Sunday. See if I can get off on like Orchard View or something. But
I mean, Orchard
yeah,
View is a great course to just kind of sneak on and use.
just hop on, just smack the ball around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the golf that I do. Is I just hop on the course, smack the ball around a little bit, have fun.
Yeah, you just follow the white ball, and wherever the white ball goes, you go.
Wherever the white ball goes, I go, and then I write down the amount of times that I hit it, and I get mad.
Well,
All
thank you
right.
guys for listening as we just went through our weekend plans. Make sure you come back next Thursday because I think it's going to end up being just like a Thursday thing. We might be able to get it
Yeah.
out earlier if we decide to record earlier in the week. Might have to happen if I'm going to tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
FYI for the
Mondays
future.
would be good. Mondays would be good.
Yeah, Mondays would probably work because I usually am not playing Mondays until it's like beautiful outside. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go play Mondays. So I think Mondays would
Me too.
probably be a good thing for us to record, and then we can kind of push it back. But at this moment in time, we're gonna be doing Thursdays, so it's gonna be for
Yeah.
sure up on Thursdays. Perfect thing to listen to right before the tournament starts Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it around, please and thank you. We would appreciate it. And have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the golf.
See you guys.